What is up, guys? It's Andy here. Welcome back to Painfully Honest Advice. So I'm gonna go over 7 different ways on how to invest $1,000 right now. Now, some of these strategies are going to be a bit riskier, and then there's going to be other strategies that are going to be much simpler. But the whole goal here is to share with you guys some realistic approaches and basically some practical ways to invest $1,000 in the current market. Now, there is many different ways to invest, but all these strategies that I'm going to share in the 7 different ways that I'm going to share in this video, I do myself and I have been doing for a while now. Now, to be upfront here, there is no get rich quick scheme. So all these strategies, guys, are going to be long-term ways to invest and grow. Basically, the goal is going to be to plant seeds, and eventually these seeds are going to grow into plants and basically be making you more money. So everything I'm going to share is going to be focused around long-term investing, because in the short term, there's way too much risk in any investment. But let's go ahead and jump into the video. Now, if you are new to my channel, my name is Andy. I do make videos around business, personal finance, and investing. So if you like any of those topics, make sure to hit that subscribe button right down there. But now, just jumping into the video, I am going to go in order of what's my favorite strategy and my favorite way to invest $1,000 right now to probably my least favorite. And I shouldn't say my least favorite because I use all these strategies myself, but my favorite strategy is going to be to invest in dividend stocks. Basically, by investing in the stock market, you are investing in different companies, and as those companies earn and as those companies grow, you become a shareholder and you are part of those earnings, and you're basically a part owner in that particular company. But by investing in dividend stocks, and if you're investing $1,000 in dividend stocks, you can expect to make dividends, which are basically paid on a monthly or quarterly basis. And because you're also part owner of the company, as the company grows, that investment will grow. Now, I did recently start up a dividend portfolio that I'll probably share on the screen here, but my focus is to build another way of passive income. Now, this is a long-term strategy because in the short term, probably won't see any returns, but over the long term, as long as you keep reinvesting those dividends, they'll just compound and you'll just grow your investment. So if you do want to check out my portfolio as far as what my dividend stocks are and my strategy around this, I'll put a link down in the description with my portfolio so you guys can go ahead and check that out. Now, to me, this is a bit of a safer investment than some of the other things that I might share. But in regards to this is a great way to invest $1,000, and this will also build you passive income because you're investing in dividend stocks, and those stocks are actually paying you earnings on a monthly or quarterly basis. So guys, this is my first and favorite way of how I would invest $1,000 right now. Okay, but now jumping into the second way to invest $1,000 is gonna be my second favorite option, which is gonna be to invest in real estate. Now, with real estate, there's many different ways to invest. And with $1,000, unfortunately, you probably cannot afford a house because majority of houses, or if you want to actually buy a real property, you do need at least 10% down. But by investing or starting off in real estate, there's 2 different options that I'll mention. The first way is going to be to buy a REIT stock. And basically, by investing in a real estate investment trust stock, you're investing in a real estate investment company that has multiple properties. And when those properties are rented out and the tenants pay their rent, you get part of those earnings as dividends. Now, I use a couple different options. One is by investing in stocks, but the second option I actually use is Fundrise. Now, Fundrise is an app that you can invest with, and I'll pull up the screen here because I do invest with Fundrise and I have $1,000 in my portfolio. But basically, by investing in Fundrise, they do take your money and invest it in development properties and properties that they're developing. So those properties could be apartments, they could be hotels. There's many different ways that they invest your money. But basically, by investing your money, they're paying you out a dividend or a part of their earnings. Now, with Fundrise, they do have a decent track record where you can expect to see returns of around 8 to 12% based on the historical data. But that's another great way to invest. All right, so now jumping into the third option, and this option is probably going to sound the most boring, but it is also one of the safest options, which is going to be to invest in a high yield savings account. Now, you can open up a savings account with any local bank or any large bank, but with the high yield savings account, you're expecting to get a return of around 1.5% right now. But by investing in a savings account, you're protected by the FDIC. So any money that you have in your bank account is protected up to $250,000. So this is one of the safest ways to earn money. But my goal with this, and what I would personally suggest, is that you want to have at least 6 months of an emergency fund in a savings account, just for a rainy day. All right, but now jumping into the next two options, the fourth and the fifth option. These options are going to be the most riskiest, but they can also be the most rewarding. Now, the fourth option is going to be to invest in either a side hustle or to invest in a business. Now, I know $1,000 is not a lot of money to invest in a business, but there is many businesses that you can invest $1,000 in and let it grow over time. Now, here's the thing. I own multiple businesses at this point, and I can tell you that owning a business is 100% the most rewarding thing that you can personally do. Plus, it can also be extremely lucrative as far as financially. Now, this is a long-term strategy because in the first 3 years when you're opening up a business, do not expect to make any money. But long-term, it can actually turn out to be the most rewarding. But here's the thing. When you're opening up a business, make sure it is something that you're extremely passionate about, because there's going to be a lot of hurdles that are going to come along the way that you're going to need to overcome. So my personal advice is to start small and start with $1,000 into something that you actually like doing. All right, so now going into the fifth option, this is going to be probably one of the riskiest options that I'm going to share here, to invest $1,000. But hey, without any risk, the rewards are definitely lower. Now, this is something that's new that I haven't really shared much in this channel, but because this is a finance channel, this is definitely worth sharing. And this is something that I invest in as well, which is going to be to invest in cryptocurrency. Now, with cryptocurrency, it is definitely very, very risky. Now, by investing $1,000 in cryptocurrency, you could probably have the highest reward, but you could lose it all as well. Now, if you are interested in cryptocurrency, I would highly encourage you to do your own homework around this. But basically, by investing in a cryptocurrency like a Bitcoin, you're basically investing in a decentralized currency. And because I'm not an expert in cryptocurrency, I'm not going to get into too much details. And personally, I would suggest not to invest more than 1% of your savings into cryptocurrency. So now this is a long-term strategy that I look at, and I do invest in cryptocurrency. And an app that I personally like because it's very safe to use is Coinbase, and I'll put a link down in the description if you guys do want to check out investing in cryptocurrency. But I highly encourage you to do your own homework, and I'll put a link or two down in the description as well. That'll kind of explain a little bit more in regards to cryptocurrency, because like I said, I don't want to go into that too much into detail because I can take another 10 to 15 minutes just to talk about that. All right, guys, so that was the riskiest option that I'm going to share here. Now, the next option is going to be the most rewarding internally, which is going to be invest in yourself. Now, I know this can definitely sound cliche, but by investing in yourself long term, you can have the highest rewards with this. But by just investing $1,000 into yourself, there's many different ways to do this. And why would you want to actually invest in yourself? Investing in yourself, there's so many different ways and so many things that you can learn. Now, personally, there's many different books that I personally suggest to read, like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which is one of my favorite books, The Millionaire Next Door, The Intelligent Investor, and some of these books I do have in my description if you want to check them out. But education to me is one of the most important things when it comes down to investing, because by learning from other people and by putting those things in practice long term, you can definitely grow the most. Now, some of these things that I shared in this video, I've learned throughout some of these books. So I'm always looking to learn, but there's many other ways to learn as well, which could be by going to a seminar or enrolling in a course. So I might have went off on a tangent there, but I do believe by investing in yourself, it is one of the best investments that you can make with your money. Now let's go ahead and jump into the final and the seventh option here, which is going to be to do either affiliate links or do something online, like start a YouTube channel or start a blog or start a website. Now, by doing this can be another way of investing $1,000 into something that can grow over time. Now, it is a long-term investment, but in my case, starting a YouTube channel was something that I was always passionate about, but I was always afraid to do because I did not know, and I was basically not comfortable in front of the camera. But what I can say is until you start doing it, you're just never gonna be comfortable. Now, with YouTube or with starting a website, you can actually promote other products and you can have affiliate links. Now, in my description, I do have multiple affiliate links. So when you sign up for something by clicking on something in the description, I do get a small percentage, or I do get rewarded from that as well. But personally, by creating something like a YouTube channel, when people are watching your videos that you've posted a year or 2 years ago, it can be extremely lucrative because that investment that you put in upfront is just growing over time. Now, this could also be the same thing when you're starting a vlog or when you're starting a website. But here's the thing, whatever you plan on doing around this, make sure it is something that is going to create value. The way I look at it is 80% should be the what and the why, and 20% should be the how. As long as you're providing value to at least one person, that should be satisfying enough. So now these are all practical ways that I personally use myself, and I would not be sharing them with you guys if I was not doing it myself, on ways that you can invest $1,000 to grow you passive income long term. But like I said, some of these things are a bit riskier, so invest at your own risk in any of these. And over time, I would say to diversify yourself in multiple sources of income. But that is gonna do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe down to the channel below, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that like button, as it really does help with the channel and get this video in front of more people. Now guys, if you are interested in investing in the stock market, I do have a couple links down in the description if you want to check out a link to get a free stock. But one of the best options out there is going to be with Webull, where they basically give you 2 free stocks, one for signing up with them and a second free stock worth up to $1,400 if you deposit at least $100 in your account. But fam, that is gonna do it for this video. Thank you again. Love you guys. I will see you guys at the next one.